Hello and how's it going, everybody? It is Skullzi here with the latest and the greatest gaming news, and the news I have for you today is very exciting because there has been a major leak in regards to the next generation of gaming. I'm talking about that PS5 and that Xbox Whatever, but not the Nintendo eventually, because we usually don't get any information about whatever Nintendo is working on until much after the next PlayStation and the next Xbox comes out. Now I am very hyped for this. I've been looking into the next generation of gaming for a while. I found the patents for the CPU of the PS5 as well as a little bit of other pieces of information that can help paint a picture about what both Microsoft and Sony will be trying to accomplish with the next generation of gaming technology. I've been saying for a while that I feel like next gen will be an amazing time for gaming, and a lot of awesome things await us in both 2019, 2020, and the years to come. Now this information is a leak and it did happen on Reddit, so keep in mind this may not be true. However, Reset Era claims to verify this information and claims to say it's legit. And if you're not familiar with Reset Era, they're a gaming forum that tries to set themselves above other forums, other websites, and other places like Reddit where all of these leaks happen, because if you want to leak something on Reset Era, you have to prove to an admin on that site that your leak is legit, and on top of this, you have to prove to the admin that you are somehow capable of receiving or finding this information. So both you have to verify the leak and verify yourself. But keep in mind, I'm sure Reset Era knows that people see Reset Era as a more credible source for these leaks because of this situation, and I'm sure there is some abuse to this. I'm sure they let some questionable leaks go through, that way they can get some more clicks and some more hype around their website. To think that this doesn't happen would be a little ignorant, but I will nod my head and agree that Reset Era is a little bit more credible when it comes to these leaks. Now, the original Reddit post was put on the Xbox One subreddit, but the post was taken down rather quickly, which is very interesting. If there is any truth to this, then the Xbox One subreddit would have definitely taken it down. Most Reddit posts leave these leaks up there. It's really rare for one of these leaks to get taken down anywhere on any subreddit. However, we do have to keep in mind that the original poster may have taken the leak down themselves to try and make the situation look even more dramatic and mysterious. Now, we're gonna get to this information. I hope I don't get flagged or copyright striked or anything for sharing this with you all. I actually even have the screenshots of the original Reddit post that I'll be sharing with you, but let's start with the specifications of the PS5. So here we go. The PS5 CPU is going to be a custom 8-core, 16-thread Zen 2 CPU. That is pretty good, but we do need to keep in mind that whenever the next generation of gaming technology comes out, it's usually at least 1 to 2 generations behind the top-tier gaming PC technology. That's just how it goes. Otherwise, it would be super expensive to buy gaming consoles, and this is actually always how it has been. So if your gaming PC is considerably more powerful than these consoles, that is normal, and you don't really need to flaunt yourself because that's just kind of how it goes with gaming PCs. Anyway, let's carry on. The GPU is going to be a custom Navi 8 teraflop GPU. That's pretty good. The memory is going to be 12 gigabytes GDDR6, so it's going to have 12 gigabytes of RAM. That's not too bad. That's pretty interesting, but this is where it gets exciting for me. A 1 terabyte solid state hard drive. If you don't know what a solid state drive is, it's a new form of a hard drive. It's been in use for a while, but the technology doesn't allow it to be as cost effective as regular hard drives. However, it is much faster. A solid state drive can load stuff very quickly. If you're running a game on a solid state drive, you're not going to have any loading times, and this makes me wonder if the next generation of gaming is going to seek to have little to no loading times or loading screens at all. That would be amazing, especially when you think of Bethesda Game Studios games or games like Starfield, where you can fly from one planet to another without a single loading screen. That would be nuts. Now here's the price of the PS5, around $400. That kind of seems believable to me, and so far I kind of can see this leak as being a little bit true just based on this information here. However, like most leaks, we have to acknowledge the possibility that this is all bullshit. We need to keep our bullshit meters always running at 0%. Now let's get to that Xbox Whatever. The Xbox Whatever is going to have a custom 8-core CPU with 16 threads, pretty much the same exact CPU as the PS5. However, this is where it gets interesting. The rest of the specs for the next generation Xbox are actually better and more powerful than the PS5. The graphics are going to be a custom Navi 12 plus teraflop, which is pretty interesting, and then the memory is 16 gigabytes of GDDR6 RAM. The storage is a 1 terabyte NVMe solid state drive with what looks like 1+ gigabytes per second, and then DirectX ray tracing plus MSAI. Now, if you don't know what DirectX ray tracing is, it is an amazing new technology. Maybe I'll look it up here for you guys real quick. DirectX Ray Tracing. It's an amazing new graphics technology that allows lighting and especially reflections to truly shine. Look how amazing this looks, guys. Imagine this in 4K or even more than 4K depending on what these consoles are capable of, but we're gonna have Starfield, a space game in this. We're gonna have Grand Theft Auto 6 in this, Bully 2. We're gonna have all sorts of amazing new titles that are gonna be super shiny, I guess. Now let's continue on with the specifications. The price of the Xbox is gonna be about $500, so $100 more than a PS5, which makes sense if the Xbox is considerably more powerful than the PS5. Now, do I believe that could be possible? I do. I do believe that the next generation Xbox could be more powerful than the PS5 because it seems that every time a new generation of consoles comes out, it always flip-flops between who takes the lead. Last generation, Sony kind of came out of the gate with a better console, something that people and gamers especially liked more than the Xbox One at the time, and before that, the Xbox 360 was more capable, or at least it seemed game developers preferred to make a lot more games for the Xbox 360 at first rather than the PS3. Of course, all of this is this console war argument stuff that I don't want to get into. You can buy whatever console you want, and by the end of the day, we're all gamers, so we don't need to argue over anything. Now, this is where it gets a little bit more interesting. It seems like the next generation of Xboxes will have kind of an Xbox Whatever Lite that you can buy, something that's a little less expensive and capable. It'll still have the same CPU, however, the graphics looks like it's going to be 4 teraflops. Now, this is interesting because it is referred to as a streaming console, so it's possible that this next Xbox will use some of the new technology that allows actual streaming of the graphical assets of games direct to your console, meaning that the GPU needs of the game you're playing, of the console you're playing on, will actually be met by a server somewhere else and streamed to you. This technology actually exists now, and it's been in the testing phase for a while, but I don't think we're going to see it with the next generation of gaming, but if these specs are right, I would say that this is exactly what's happening. With this console, the memory is also less. It's actually equal to the memory of the PS5, 12 gigabytes, and then the storage is about the same. The direct ray tracing is there, but the price is $250. Imagine if you have good internet, you could get the next generation of the Xbox Whatever for only $250 for a next-gen console. That's unheard of, but again, I don't think the internet exists, or at least the internet infrastructure exists in the United States and North America, maybe in Korea, maybe in China, and maybe in Japan. But of course, they're probably going to be going with the PS5 anyway because the market is better over there for that console as it is. Now let's look at the actual original Reddit post that got taken down. I hope this doesn't get me in any trouble here. If it does, guys, I'll have to put the video up again without the Reddit post, but here we go. This is the original Reddit post. You can see it was posted on the Xbox One Reddit by Nova Monbesa. The next Xbox, everything you need to know today. Hello everyone, I want to share some good info here. 2019 start on fire, and a lot of wrong information appears out there. What? Now I want to share some real good info to you all, so let's go. Microsoft Studios acquisitions, studios in current negotiations, Asobo Studio, IO Interactive, Platinum Games, Turtle Rock Studios, Blue Point Games, Relic Entertainment, and the Farm 51. I've only heard of like a few of those, and then a few more studios from UK, France, Germany, Poland, Ukraine, Finland, Canada, Japan, Korea. Microsoft wants great talents and diversity around the world. They don't have a target number or something like that. Who is this person that's leaking this anyway? Now they go on to list the actual specifications, which we already broke down, but one interesting thing is the next Xbox, the streaming one, is called Lockhart. Project Lockhart. I doubt that's what that Xbox is going to be called, but that's probably the project name if this thing is even true. And then the project name for the big Xbox is the Xbox X Anaconda. Yeah, it's not going to be called the Anaconda. At least I hope not. That would be rather cringy. And then it goes on to say that both consoles will launch in holiday 2020. The next Xbox XDK will start rolling out in April or May of 2019. Both consoles will have heavy customization, CPU and GPU, and both will support ray tracing with DXR. I know about some pretty crazy customizations and implementations. You'll start to see those things around GDC. The next Xbox will be fully backwards compatible with Xbox One, and it will continue with 360 and the original Xbox. And then they go on with the bonus, which I guess is the PS5 specs here. They say they know the specs, but they don't know if the PS5 will have ray tracing. But wait a second, didn't he just say that both the PS5 and the Xbox would have ray tracing? Hang on, let me go back up here for a second. Didn't he just straight up say that? Both? Oh no, he's talking about both consoles as in both of these Xbox consoles. Okay, Right on, that checks out, I guess. PS5 was delayed. The target was holiday of 2019. I don't know the actual date, can be early of 2020, so that could mean that we were supposed to get the next generation of gaming in 2019, which is what I've been saying for a while, but they pushed it back to 2020, and that could affect the release date of a lot of the launch titles for the next generation of gaming. I'm talking about Starfield, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4, and a few other things. So that is super interesting. Here is the list of the launch titles, or at least the ones that this person supposedly knows about for the next Xbox. We got Halo Infinite, Forza Motorsport, Age of Empires 4, and Perfect Dark, Killer Instinct 2, and Bleeding Edge, and then a few more surprises. The first year of the next Xbox will be the best lineup of all time. Some old franchises will return, new IPs from new devs, exclusive Japanese games, exclusive spy game, and a lot more. My cat just hissed at that spy game there. I wonder if this exclusive spy game is going to be Spy Team, which is a ZeniMax trademark that's been in the works for a while now. They go on to say next gen will be the best. Microsoft will have some bombs to drop in the next months. Crazy shits are happening. Crazy shits. Everyone's running around taking crazy shits. You're gonna see some games you expect, some games you don't, and some big acquisitions, some big crazy services, and much more. I want to tell you a lot more things, but I don't want to drop all the surprises. I know some of the things you don't believe now, but as soon as possible, a lot of this will come to the light. Now that gets me super hyped. I've kind of actually been saying some of the stuff this guy said in this leak. I've been saying that this next generation of gaming is going to be huge. It's going to change gaming consoles forever, and just games in general are just going to be amazing. We see a lot of good graphical upgrades going on with Nvidia behind the scenes. We see a lot of gaming AI changes going down as well, and I'm saying that the PS5, the Xbox Whatever, and 2019 and beyond is going to be amazing. The golden age of gaming, I'm calling it now. We're going to see the golden age of gaming coming very, very soon. Now, like I said, this is a leak that happened on Reddit, and the leak was taken down possibly by Microsoft themselves. That doesn't mean that this is true, that doesn't mean that this is legit, but there are some interesting things in here that are credible and that somewhat coincide with previous leaks and previous information confirmed by Microsoft and Sony. This could all be planned this way to make the leak look more credible if it is fake, so take this with a grain of salt. And as always, I want to know what you have to say about all of this. Let me know down in the comments below, and if your comment wins the internet and may get featured in a future video, don't forget to subscribe to stay in the know when it comes to gaming news. Follow me on Twitter for the latest channel updates and random shit about me. Follow me over on Twitch, where I am a Twitch affiliate, and come over to the channel Discord chat server, where there is always an awesome and active conversation and some speculation taking place. And if you want to have your hand in providing future content and defending the channel from bullshit video takedowns, then consider subscribing to the community on Patreon, where you can earn unique and awesome awards. And as always, thank you for watching. Be sure to tune in next time when my whole channel gets taken down by Microsoft and is turned into a Microsoft propaganda channel. No, that shit's not happening to me.
Bye, have a great time.